Good evening, sir. I am Rafael Lunilo. For is Criminology, and this is my pre-recorded video. And we are a group it, and I am going to discuss about cybercrime warrant. So, introduction. The internet gives us information and opportunities beyond anything that we have ever imagined now and then. Access to the internet and an uninterrupted flow of information determine how business work on a day-to-day basis and how other sectors of society function as a whole. However, it is bites back to us allowing these opportunities and information to be used maliciously and later on causing us harm. Cybersecurity incidents, either intentional or accidental. Cybercrime as defined by Merriam-Webster is committed using a computer especially to legally access, transmit, or manipulate data to commit criminal activities such as fraud, theft, cyber libel, or distribution or of child pornography via the internet. Their main aim is to damage computers, steal or data or information, or create malware attacks to gain profit or extort money from their victims. So what is cybercrime warrant? Cybercrime warrant are orders that involves the following acts relevant to the computer data. So first is the keeping of data. Keeping of that data is protected from deterioration. Second, disclosure of confidential data or information. Third, monitoring and listening of the content of communications. Fourth, search, seizures, and or examinations. And the fifth is custody and destruction of computer data. The applicable rule with respect to the issuance of cybercrime warrants. Pursuant to Section 5, Article 8 of the 1987 Constitution, the Supreme Court is vested with the power to promulgate rules concerning the pleading practice and procedure in all courts. Thus, in order to complement the state policy leading to the enactment of Republic Act 10175, the Supreme Court, having in mind the necessity to provide rules for the detection, investigation, and prosecution of cyber offenses, especially for the application, issuance, and implementation of court warrants technically suited to the nature of cybercrime offenses. What are the four types of cybercrime warrants? So, the rule on cybercrime warrants also provides the forms of four types of warrants, which are: first is warrants to intercept computer data. So, an order writing which authorizes the listening, recording, monitoring, or surveillance of the content of communications through the use of computer system, electronic eavesdropping, or taping devices. So this kind of cybercrime warrants is order in writing which is authorized our for example are the enforcers, no, that conducting especially investigation in a certain crime which involve online platforms. So they are authorized to listen, record, monitor, and the surveillance the gadgets that being involved, especially example is CCTV. So they are authorized by that. Okay, na sila kining papers nga ikapakita sa imo, no, they have the proof. So ikaw nga owner, di ka kabalibad kay ilang man po ng trabaho. So, legal man po lang ilang way nga pag surveillance sa kana. So kita nga owner is murag tabang ra po na nato para masolve ang sa kaso, no. Second is warrants to disclose computer data, which is a written order that authorizes the issuance of an order to reveal confidential data and command any person or service provider to disclose subscribers' information or any relevant data he or she possesses. So, to disclose computer data. So, in this cybercrime warrant is our investigators were going to get specific information about the person being involved or the suspect. Third, the warrants to examine computer data, which is requirementally by the law enforcement authorities before searching the computer system of the lawfully arrested person in order to gain forensic examinations of latter's computer data. Fourth, the warrants to search, seizure, and examine computer data. It is an order written which authorized the law enforcement authorities to search the particular place relevant to the commission of the violations of cybercrime in order to seize or examine. This in this cybercrime warrants, the best example is the most common cybercrime that we are being encountered, especially in our pandemic crisis, is the child pornography. No? So is uh, the sexuality during by the use of our gadgets, the cell phones and the laptops through online platforms. So some of our fellow men, our Filipino, our Filipinos doing this through online lang kay para makakwarta sila, no. So muna ang atong kalagmitan makuan. So may kalagmitan nga pangitabo. So ang tanan ana is search na siya. Tanang gadgets is pwede to makuha, tanan nga nay possibilities nga nay link dito, nga nay makuha nga ebidensya dito nga gahimo sila na. Next is, how long are cybercrime warrants valid? So our cybercrime warrants had also a validation. So under section 2.5 effective period of warrants. Any warrant issued under this rule shall only be effective for the length of time as determined by the court, which shall not exceed a period of 10 days. The court issuing permits is one, the court issuing upon motion extend effectively based on the necessary reason for a period not exceeding 10 days from the expiration of the original date. So our validity is only 10 days. After 10 days, pwede na siya ibalik. So how can a person or entity be subject of a cybercrime warrant? In the light of the passage of Republic of 101 of Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012 say that law provides that a court shall grant the issuance of warrant. So there are three nga tulo siya kabutang nga pwede na to ma-subject ang usa ka tawo og cybercrime warrant. So first, that there are reasonable grounds to believe that any of the crimes enumerated herein above has been committed or is being committed or it is about to be committed. 2. That there are reasonable grounds to believe that the evidence that will be obtained is essentially to conviction or any person or to be solution of or to the prevention of any crimes. And the third, that there are no other means readily available of obtaining such evidence. So if that kanang tulo mo fit siya sa usa ka tawo, so there's no reason nga dili siya ma-subject for cybercrime warrant. So that's all, sir. Thank you.